With new vaping risks popping up every week, school leaders now are stepping up and taking extra steps to keep our teens from getting addicted.
Now, you know, over the last few weeks, we've seen a lot of programs, PSAs, and so many other efforts as well. Tonight, our own Karen Campbell shows us one school here locally that's bringing a brand new meaning to the consequences of vaping. Take a look.
It was pretty bad last year.
Tristan Pivison is talking about vaping at Edgewood High School in Monroe County.
If you get caught, you can ruin a future, you could ruin friendships, you could ruin relationships with your parents, a lot of trust, you could lose a lot.
School leaders have been cracking down, punishing students with a 3-day suspension if they're caught with tobacco, a vaping device, or smoking an e-cigarette. A harsher punishment for kids in extracurricular activities.
The punishment for extracurricular activities was they had to sit out 10% of their season.
Principal David Ackerman says students who choose to take an online cessation course would be exempt from that 10%.
We realized that students were just kind of rolling the dice and thinking, well, if they get caught, then they'll just watch the course and not pay the 10%.
That penalty, along with requiring a cessation course, was reinstated this year.
Vaping has no sense, and so students can go in the bathroom and sit in a stall and vape, and we don't really know it.
A second or third offense will cost a student a longer suspension. Pivison says many students are paying attention.
I've seen the bathrooms are way more cleared out during lunch and during passing period.
Principal Ackerman and students say after changes were made to the program, they've seen a reduction in teen vaping. Karen Campbell, Channel 13 Eyewitness News.
Now, this is a problem in school districts all across the state and our country. Many are dealing with this, trying to figure out how do we navigate this?
How do we deal with this? Well, in fact, we've seen countless efforts over the last few months to get this vaping crisis finally under control. Here's an example. At Mount Vernon High School, their district leaders hosted a teen health event, and they actually focused on the dangers of e-cigarettes and vaping.
There's also a chapter of our state's Voice program, which works in small groups to educate teens. The Hancock County District is actually seeing some positive results there.
Compared to a year ago, at this point during the school year, we've actually seen a reduction in vaping incidences, and we attribute that partly to the efforts of our students and staff.
And here's another approach. Other schools, like up at Westfield, are turning to peer programs to reach high school students with a message. And another approach we've seen is changing hall and bathroom policies in an effort to make sure that vaping isn't occurring on campus.
We'll continue to keep an eye on that and see how it's affected here in Central Indiana.